What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Unesh. Hope you're ready to get your wings going. I can play against the Gitrog. Awesome, man. Okay, well, I'll tell you why I'm laughing in just a second. Yeah, this is good. Not a bad hand. We got Personal Tutor, Arcane Denial, Op. Yeah, we'll keep on this one. I keep thinking of, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about... Okay, anyway. Alright, no more singing. Let's jump into Unesh. But yeah, every time I think about... I'm thinking about it now. I just love thinking about, like, Unesh and his little gang of sphinxes. Like, maybe, like, like when they're like, alright, everybody, mount up, let's go. And then they all start singing in unison. Because sphinxes are creepy-looking creatures to begin with. And it wouldn't put it past me that they would all sit there and sing... I believe I can fly together, and then in unison, and they're not that good at singing or something like that. Let's go and go for opt right now. Let's get the scry going, and then I'll cover our commanders, and then we'll kind of get away from the. Do we want? Yeah, we'll go and put that on top. I'm okay with that. Draw a little lane card for the turn. Let's go and get the island down. We're going to be online for Arcane Denial. So anything else we're going to go for? No, we're just going to go and pass the turn. All right, we're playing Unesh. Sphinx spells. He has flying. Sphinx spells you cast cost 2 less. Try and say Sphinx spells. That's pretty hard. Whenever Unesh or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, Edge of Autumn. Yeah, we're okay with that. Edge of Autumn. Excuse me, enters the battlefield and reveal the top 4 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put 1 pile into your hand, the other pile into your hand. Playing against the Gitrog monster, the monster of the swamp, Mr. Golgari himself. He was elected Homecoming King at the Golgari Ball. Let's go and get the Manamo down. And then, Personal Tutor, do we need to grab another counterspell to kind of stop Gitrog or something like that? We can get a little bit of card draw going with Arcane Denial. Let's just hold off right now. Yeah, you know, we've got some answers for Gitrog. We've got Arcane Denial. We've got Pongify. So we can get some stuff rocking and rolling. And we're not really scared of a 3/3 green ape token. We've got some nice little 4/4 flying bodies. So we're going to let that go across. And whatever they need to get, we can Arcane Denial it or kind of search it up with Personal Tutor. So the Gitrog monster. And actually, let's kick it over our opponent's turn because I do not want to auto-yield through something that we would potentially want to counter. So, let our opponent do the other thing. We're playing against the Gitrog monster. He has Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sacrifice a land. Then, you would play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. If you are a fan of Gitrog monster and you've not seen my channel, head over to my playlist section. It's YouTube/Jolt539. I have the Gitrog Hypnotoad. It's Gitrog... Voltron Enchantress. I love playing it. It's probably my second favorite commander deck ever to play. And I thought our opponent said something, but they did not. We got the elves down, and we're not going to Pongify that right now. We're okay with that. And then looks like we'll be online for a nice little Arcane Denial. Hopefully, we just keep hitting the land drop, and then we'll slowly get to our spot to Unesh. We do have a lot of artifacts in here, but unfortunately, we're not hitting our artifacts. But if we just keep hitting the land drops, you know, it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and let's get the island down. You have a lot of double blue stuff, so you need to get as much blue mana down as you can. Personal Tutor, we're going to crack the Personal Tutor to search for a sorcery card, put it on top. No, let's see if we can't hit the land drop or an artifact or something like that. We can catch the Gitrog monster on the Arcane Denial, and then the following turn we can get it on Pongify. Then we get into spots where we can get out Unesh and start generating some nice little extra value off that. Yeah, I've found that really, especially 1 versus 1 commander, once you get down Unesh, and let's go for the Arcane Denial on that one. We're going to be able to draw a card at the beginning of our next upkeep. They're going to be able to draw 2 cards, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Let's get the Gitrog back to the command zone. Sorry, Gitrog. I know he likes eating lands, but it's one of those we just got to keep him off the battlefield, man. We're not super counterspell heavy in here because some people do scoop online, which is it's a little bit of a bummer. I mean, we could, you know, I don't mind sitting through 400 creatures coming across the battlefield, but as soon as I go for a counterspell, it's just like, oh, my goodness, Jolt, why would you do that? You've offended me. Come on, dude. Let's get the Reliquary Tower down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go and go for 1 Power Stone. Let's get down 1 Power Stone. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3. We will be online for Personal Tutor. Let's go ahead and go for Personal Tutor. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's go and go for, well, let's go and crack it. We're going to draw into that, and then we can get down to Unesh, and we'll be okay from there. I wouldn't mind grabbing like another counter spell, something kind of stop Gitrog. They're going to have to crack that and go for that. Excuse me. Let's go and grab the Portent on that one. I forget it was just sorcery on this one. Let's go to grab the. Yeah, we have one more blue mana. Yeah, let's go and go for the. Look at the top, then we'll draw. Yeah, let's grab that one. Let's get on top. We can draw it next turn and get that rocking and rolling. Yeah, if you're new to Magic Online, 1 vs. 1 Commander, I think I may end up taking a personal tutor out here. I forgot that it was just a sorcery on there. I threw it in there just because, hey, you know, tutor card in there. But yeah, that may be on the chopping block sometime soon. But hey, we get a little bit of card advantage off of that. We can go for the get the Sphinx down. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll still be online to kind of cast it and draw a little extra card if we want to sequence it a certain way to where we can go for the fact. Yeah, actually, that won't be too bad. We can go for Unesh, get that down, draw an extra card off that. Ooh, Stinkweed Imp. Liking this. Alright, so our opponent's got some... Oh, and I just saw a Gurk in the graveyard. Our opponent does have... not super heavy counter. And then, yeah, there's just some people that don't enjoy playing against counter spells, even though, like... I mean, if you stop for a second and you think about it, you get your creature on the battlefield, and the black player destroys it. It's the same thing as the blue player countering it. But when you counter it, just because it never hit the battlefield, that's just like a sin sometimes to some people. So I like to give some people, you know, it is frustrating to play against a counterspell deck. You know, I've played against some of those brawl decks, and when you literally can't do anything, it is just like, okay, cool, man. I just wanted to play some Magic. So I understand the frustration towards counterspells, but there are some players who are kind of a little unnecessarily kind of salty about it. Do we want to go for Sphinx, or do we go to Port and make sure we kind of set up a nice little... Yeah, let's go for Port. And we're going to choose us. We're going to set it up. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll still have just enough to get down Sphinx. Do we want to put... Yeah, this... Oh, yeah. This is the main thing. Yeah, we're going to put those on top. Yes, indeed. That'll be a nice little pile for us to go for. Nope. Let's go and get the Sphinx down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does not have Flash, so we're going to go for it now. I played a game with Leyline of Anticipation recently. And it was, oh yeah, felt pretty good. It was one of those where I was like doing some busted stuff, casting a lot of Sphinxes, and opponent wasn't feeling it, wasn't having fun with that. But we've got this is the main thing. This is a great Factor Fiction pile. What you want to do with Unesh is when you get your Factor Fiction pile, obviously if you have a counterspell, a Planeswalker, something that's really good utility for you, you're going to take it. But as long as you can just keep those Factor Fiction chains going, that's going to win you the game. Most of the time, you're just going to keep getting down a 3/5, 4/4 body in the air. Right now, the only thing our opponent can do is block with Stinkweed Imp. Let's see. Prognostic Sphinx and the Master of Predicaments. Sphinx of Lost Truth. Yeah, let's go and go for the Sphinx of Lost Truth. It has a reduced cost, so really we're just going to be able to draw 3 off that one. We're going to have the land drop for the turn. We can go and make that play. We'll be online for Pongify. May not go for Pongify on Gitrog. We may let them get down Gitrog and then go for it at a later turn. Act like we kind of drew into it or something. I know that sounds silly, but I play a lot of Magic Online, and sometimes when you get into spots, I'm not saying our opponent's going to do that, but sometimes when you you just answer the commander back to back, it's just kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to go do something else because I want to play commander. So that's my reasoning as to why we may not strictly go for a Pongify next turn. Or if we do, we may end up going for a Pongify on the Stinkweed Imp. That way we can at least kind of clear the area up and start rocking and rolling. But yeah, so if you're looking to build Unesh, Unesh is one of those unique commanders. Like when I saw it was spoiled, you know, and unfortunately it's not really... Like, you can't really get too crazy with Unesh. I mean, I'm sure you can in some form or fashion. But really, you know, you look, it's like going to Krinko. You know, Krinko says, like, hey, you look at the Krinko card, what does Krinko say? Like, hey, build a Goblin deck. When you look at Unesh, what does it say? Hey, build a deck with a bunch of Sphinxes in it. So really, the only thing you can really kind of do flavor-wise, ooh, Pongify. That'll be a good Pongify target. Let's go and go for that. All right, I feel good about that. I'm going to go for Pongify on the Whispering one. And then, man, it's like we're doing the Jund deck, doing a lot of kind of spot removal, cleaning up on this one. We'll go Pongify. We'll have 4 in the air. We're not going to swing in, though, with Stinkweed Imp, though. And then we can at least start getting down some of these other Sphinxes and start generating some nice little extra value. All right, draw the Mind Stone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 total mana. If we go for Sphinx, that's going to be 5 still with the kicker, and then the reduced cost on the Sphinx in the final word is going to be still going to be 3/5 total mana. Can't be. Let's go ahead and go for Sphinx. Let's draw some cards. I kind of like that. Let's go for the Sphinx of Lot with the kicker. It's still just going to be its normal cost, triple blue, and then 2 off the 1 Power Stone. We're going to be able to draw 3 cards. It'll be a 3/5 body. We'll gain a Factor Fiction 2 in addition to that. Let's go. There's any certain way we want to sequence that. Let's just go ahead and go. Yeah, we'll put Sphinx on top for. It doesn't really matter because we don't know what's on top of our library. And hey, there's Factor Fiction right there. But you can see where you start chaining these Sphinxes together, and you're just generating so much card value. You're like, basically, just look at the top four. What do you want? In a roundabout way, you know, your opponent has to separate it into piles, but you're just generating so much value off your bodies that it's just, you're not your own body, but generating your own value off of your own Sphinxes, your own flying Sphinxes. So I think on this one, we don't necessarily need Jace. That, well, actually, it wouldn't be that bad to have Jace. I think I'd like Jace on this one, and that'll give it, kind of really open up our sideboard up. And especially when your opponent piles Jace like that, like this is a great. And this is the fun thing about Unesh. It's a great way to learn how to kind of separate Factor Fiction piles. Like, what does your opponent not want to play against? So if they put Jace by itself, they don't want to play against Jace. So you can just kind of take the Jace. Let's go and take Jace on that one. I think I do like that. Yeah, let's go Jace. It's Factor Fiction in the hand, Jace in the hand too. And then look, we're going to be able to draw 3 cards. We do have Reliquary Tower down, so it's going to keep us online. And can we get any Sphinxes down? Enter the battlefield tap. We can't go for Jace right now. Let's go ahead and we can go for Imprison in the Mood on the Sphinx and swing in for 4. Yeah, we need to get a little bit of a clock going, so let's go ahead and go for that. It's going to enchant creature land. It's going to be just basically be a colorless land now. So that'll keep the Sphinx away from attacking. We can swing, not Sphinx, the Stinkweed Imp. That'll put us in a spot where we can swing in with Unesh, get in for 4. It's going to be 4 total commander damage. And then we can get down the Frozen Aether next turn and get them kind of down. Or if they do end up going for Gitrog, we can simply get down Jace and kind of rock and roll from there. Another cool thing that we're running in here is Elder Deep Fiend. So, with Elder Deep Fiend, with the emerge cost, reduce it, cast a spell of a second creature, reducing the converted mana cost. So, with Elder Deep Fiend, what we can do is we're running a lot of high mana cost Sphinx spells. So, we can kind of get into spots where we tap down their creatures. You know, let's say our opponent does have a lot of flying creatures on the battlefield. We can tap down a lot of those creatures. Or if we simply want to upkeep Elder Deep Fiend, tap your good blockers and like all of your like black lands or something like that. It puts in spots where you can really kind of help close it out. So, but this is pretty good so far. Nice little showing. There's a lot of artifacts in here. That's one thing you want to do with the deck is you want to run a lot of artifacts to make sure that you're going to get into spots where you can get the Sphinx down. And if they have some sort of spot removal for the Sphinx, you'll have enough mana to recast it because it does cost 6 mana. So it's almost like you're already starting with the commander tax on it in a roundabout way. Ooh, Hornet Queen. All right, man. We're having some fun now. Love it. Nice little death touch. Insect tokens on the battlefield. This is good. Having some fun. We do not want to bounce the Jace the Mind. We don't want to bounce Hornet Queen back to the hand. That would not be the best for us. So, what we can do is, if we go for Jace, we'll be able to flip Pongify out of the graveyard. Then we can kind of victimize 2 target creature. Sack a creature. Yes, yes, yes. Got the Whispering one coming across. I'm digging this. We're having some fun. So, one thing that we can search would be Psychonic Rip. That's going to allow us to kind of bounce some stuff back to the hand. They do have the Whispering one down. We don't have any sort of flash we can go for, right? Well, we can flash in Elder Deep Fiend if we want to as a sacrifice, but we can tap down a few of the creatures. But get in for 8, get in for 7. Let's do a little bit of setting up on this one. Okay. Each opponent sacks a creature. We can just go and sacrifice the Sphinx. That's okay. Bye, Sphinx. You can go to the graveyard, man. Let's go to get the island down. You did some nice work for us. And now we do need to deal with the Whispering one. So if we get down Jace's Prodigy, we can go for Pongify and kill it again. And if we get down Jace, but they're going to have some nice little flyers in the air on this one. Let's go ahead and let's go for Frantic Surge. Yeah, let's go for draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. And then we can untap our lands up to 3 lands. So it's basically just going to be a reset on this one. Let's go ahead and anything certain thing we want to discard. We have a lot of Factor Fictions. We just get rid of literally Factor Fiction. And we can get rid of the Aether. It'd be nice to hold on to it, but at this point, we're online for Stubborn Denial. Let's go ahead. We've already got the Mind Stone down. Let's just kind of just roll some of our creatures out. Let's go for the Horizon Scholar first. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get that Scry going before we get it down. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we'll do the Scry first. And that's the cool thing with the Unesh is there's certain enter the battlefield triggers that you need to go for. Ooh, Jace Archetype. Yeah, let's go and put both of those on top. Those will be great for us. And we'll get the Factor Fiction pot. I would assume our opponent would at least split up Jason Counterspell. That would be pretty good for us to get that down. So we'll go for Jace Counterspell, and then I'm thinking we're going to go for Jason's Prodigy. We have enough to get it flipped, so that way we'll turn on the Pongify to get rid of the Whispering 1 trigger from coming across. Let's go and choose the let's go and choose pile 2. That'll really kind of blank him out. Yeah, let's choose pile 2 on this one. Okay, so if we go ahead and go, let's get the Mind Stone down. Let's go for Jace, and we can use the Mind Stone to get down Jace. And then we'll still be online for Stubborn Denial. Okay. And unfortunately, right now we can't push past through these insect tokens, but at least we'll be online to get rid of the Whispering one. So we can draw a card, get it to loot, and then if we need to get rid of the Horizon Sphinx, we can, and then we can go for that Pongify, get it flipped as a Planeswalker, and we'll be good to go from there. Alright, so we do have Stubborn Denial in the hand, counter target non-creature spell, so if they're going for Gitrog, they'll have it. If not, then we can at least counter any sort of thing they're going for, any sort of Victimize or Graveyard style deck. But other than that, we've got some nice little value. The only thing is we just have to kind of find our way out of a Hornet Queen, because Hornet Queen comes down with those flying insect tokens, and you know, it's pretty hard for us to kind of deal with. So let's see how they want to swing in. Oh, they're sending the whole crew in, man. Alright, let's see how do we want to block on this one. Let's go ahead and we might see a board wipe coming across or something, so we'll go and chump block right there. We're going to leave Jace up. Do we want to chump block on anything else? No, we'll just go and block on the Horn. And we don't want to worry about the Whispering one. That's going to be 8. And that's going to be 14. And that's going to be 18 coming across. Yeah, we're okay with that. Get the Sphinx down. We get into spots where we can Elder Defiant to kind of tap some more stuff, to kind of buy a little bit more time. So it puts us down to 12. We counter up the Sphinx spell. Next turn, we're going to have 8 coming across in the air. That'll be 4 total commander damage. And if it is something like Damnation, then we have this Stubborn Denial. Life's Finale. Let's go for that Stubborn Denial. Love this card, man. It feels, there's no better feeling than going for a Stubborn Denial to kind of just like blank some stuff out. It feels good, man. So, we're going to be online to get down Jace. We can, what we can do is go for Pongify, kill the Whispering one, and then we can also get down Jace and bounce a creature back to the hand. So we'll see what we want to go for, though. Phyrexian Arena, okay. And then we're still online for the Whispering one. But yeah, right now we're going to get rid of the Horizon Scholar and get down the other flyer. And that puts us in a Elder Defiant sort of line of play. Alright, so we're going to sacrifice the Horizon Scholar. Panharmonicon. Let's go ahead and get the island down. And then how do we want to sequence this? So let's go and draw a card with Jace. Draw a card, then discard a card. Gilded Lotus. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of Tectonic Edge. We're going to get Jace to flip. Let's go ahead and let's cast Pongify on the Whispering one. That way we can stop that 6/5 coming across. You know, going to have a 3/3 body to show for it, but at least we can kind of stop them. And if we get down Jace Architect of Thought, we're going to blank out those insect tokens, and then we put us in a spot where we can kind of really stop the Tusker from coming across. So let's go ahead and get down the let's get down the Jace Architect. Yeah, let's go for that. We could get down Jace in the Brainstorm. No, let's just go and get down Jace. So we're looking at 1/2, 1/2 on the Worn Power Stone. We're going to plus up Jace, going to minus right now. We're going to lose the baby Jace right now, but we've already used what we needed to use it for. That's unfortunate that we have all of our Jaces in the hand, but we'll lose baby Jace on this one, but hey, we want good Jace to kind of stop those insect tokens. And then we're going to choose the Jace Architect of Thought. Let's go ahead and -1 if they attack. And then are we dead if we just allow it? So if they do swing in, that's going to blank them out. That's going to be 1/2. That's going to be 7, and then 8 coming across. So it'll put us down at 4. So let's go ahead and we're looking at Sphinx is going to be 5 total mana. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get down the Gilded Lotus. It's going to be 3. It's going to cut. Yeah, we're going to be 1 away from that. So let's go and get down Sphinx. Get down Sphinx. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then 1 and 2. So we enter the battlefield, can't be countered, and then instant and sorcery spells we control can't be countered. But the main thing is we have a nice little 5/5 body. So we're going to go and swing in with Unesh, get this Factor Fiction going. It would have been nice to get down Panharmonicon, but at this point right now we're sitting at 12. We kind of need to get some stuff going. Urza's Incubator, Road's Passage. Okay, this is a pretty... You're bound to whiff on a Factor Fiction sooner or later at some point. And at this point in the game, man, I've had fun. You know, win or lose, has been an awesome game. Let's go ahead and choose the Rogue's Passage. You know, at this point in the game, you know, if we had Urza's Incubator, we can get some cheaper Sphinxes down, maybe Panharmonicon. Let's go Rogue's Passage. We've got the mana. I like Rogue's Passage because if we and we're gonna go and swing in on this one. Or do we want to leave? No, we need to get some commander damage going. We need to get that rocking and rolling. We can get into spots where we if we go for Jace or something, no, we need to get this going. They're going to blank out the insect tokens. If they want to swing it at Jace, they can. They're going to have the ape token we can block. It's going to be a 2/2. The Tusker is going to be a 5/4, so we can trade with the Sphinx if we want to. And the little Hornet Queen is just going to be a 1/1 Hornet Queen. So we're okay. Hopefully we'll kind of hit into a few more creatures, but we can keep the at least kind of keep the Jace kind of rocking and rolling. If we need to get down the get down the Rogue's Passage, and actually, excuse me. If we need to get down the Rogue's Passage to give our creatures unblockable, then we go for that. But yeah, it's gotten to this point in the game to where I'm just like, hey man, I'm happy, win or lose. We've got a lot of nice stuff going. We're at 60 cards in the library, opponents at 70, so we've been digging really nice with these Factor Fictions, and we still have an Elder Deep Fiend to go for with the emerge cost on that. I can't remember if the I think we still have to pay blue. Yeah, reduce spots. I think we still have to play 2 blue on the Elder Deep Fiend, so we do have that line of play if we want to sacrifice one of our Sphinxes to kind of tap down a few stuff, kind of keep them off the battlefield. And then we can kind of rock and roll from there. Another thing that we can do is we can swing in with the Sphinx, and then the other Sphinx, like that's going to be 9 in the air. And then we do have the Manamo to untap one of our Sphinxes to get that on the battlefield. All right, we got Mr. Gitrog, the hungry Hypnotoad. He is ready to eat some lands. Go for it, Hypnotoad. All right, our opponent's going to cycle the Baron Moor, kind of dig a little bit deeper. But we do have to deal with the Gitrog. So hopefully, next turn, we're hoping that we hit a... Actually, if we go Panharmonicon... No, excuse me, whenever you cast it. It's not whenever it enters the battlefield. So I was thinking we could get like a bunch of tap 4 permanents or something like that to kind of really tap them out. But yeah, with Panharmonicon, it's not going to work like that. But if Jace does stick around, then we can go for the Jace, kind of bounce him. Or if we simply want to go for Jace the Mind Sculptor on the -1 on the Gitrog monster to kind of bounce it back to the hand, we can go for that. But this deck's been a lot of fun so far. It's just fun. Ooh, we've got Murderous Cut on Unesh. Got it, man. Good, take care of Unesh. See what they're going to go for. Send it back to the command zone. I keep thinking that we're playing the gods right now. Then I'm like, oh crap, I didn't hit it to go, like, because there's like every god. I did all 3 gods. If you haven't noticed, I mean not noticed, but if you haven't seen it, I did the Scorpion God for the MTGOTraders channel, and I did the Locust God and the Scarab God for my channel, Jolt 539. So in one of the instances, pretty much in every video series, I let the commander go back to the command zone instead of killing it, so I always felt really bad about that. Alright, let's see. They're both swinging in at Jace. Do we want to trade on the Sphinx in the air? No, we're okay. You know, we've got Elder Deep Fiend, maybe. We can get down the other baby Jace. Not the baby Jace, OG Jace. Original Gangster Jace. And then if we want to cast the Unesh, we can go for that. It's going to be 8 mana. Let's go and get the island down. Let's double check how much Sphinx is going to cost. It's going to be 8 mana. So we have 1, 2. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3. It's going to be basically 10 mana right there. So we can get that down. We'll be a little far away some of our other stuff. And then on the back end, we're going to miss out on the them swinging in. So we're going to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming across. So what we could do is go for Jace and maybe hope for like a Cyclonic Rift action or something like that. And then go for an Elder Deep Fiend as a worst case scenario. Yeah, let's go and go for that. Let's get down Jace. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 off the 1 Power Stone. Let's go and get that Brainstorm action going. So going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can simply just cast Unesh if we need to after this Jace, if we don't find anything in the Brainstorm that we like. Let's go for the the 0 building. Get that 0 going. Kefnet's Monument and the Cage Sun. Ooh, and Phyrexian Metamorph. So we can Phyrexian Metamorph on the Hornet Queen to get some nice little death touch. Well, that sounds pretty good. Alright, let's go and discard some cards. Let's get rid of... Oh man, I'd love to get down... We can get down Panharmonicon on that too. Okay, let's go and get rid of... We need to just put 2 cards back. Let's go and put the Kefnet's Monument back. And let's go ahead and put the... that's going to be Cage Sun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and put the Cage Sun back on top. Okay, so let's go and get down Panharmonicon. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4... Beautiful. And we can Phyrexian Metamorph on the Hornet Queen to get some nice little death touch on the battlefield. Oh yes. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just picked it up. Finally dropped it a little bit. All right, we're going to choose the Hornet Queen on this one. Oh, yes. Always yield to that, and always yield to that. We'll get ourselves a nice little insect token army. Beautiful. Hey, Jace, thank you so much, man. I'll take that. All right. That's a lucky brainstorm. Feels good. Give yourself a pat on the back. So, yeah, now we've officially gotten to the point in the game to where if I win or lose, I'm happy because we Panharmonicons a Phyrexian Metamorph into a Hornet Queen to kind of slow down our opponent from this onslaught, which will put us in a good spot next time. We've got the Cage Sun on top. We've got the, let's get our commander back up. I'm going to get that down. Yes. And so our opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Do we want to swing in? Kind of. No, we don't want to swing in past those insect tokens. So we need to find a way to deal with those insect tokens. But at least we can go ahead and get down to Unesh and kind of start rocking and rolling from there. But yeah, this has been a good little game so far. Pretty cool. Man, I cannot remember. How much is Jace? I'm going to look it up on my phone. Yeah, Jace is one of those cards where I finally picked it up. I think it was around 15 bucks. I think 15. I think that's about what it was. All right, so we got the Gitrog monster going. Another thing that we do have online is, so let's kind of add up how much flying mana we've got. So we can tap up to 4 permanents. So we're going to have to find a way to deal with the Hornet Queen. They're at 20 right now with the Phyrexian Arena. So we've got 8, we've got 10 in insect tokens, we've got 15. So this is really not that far-fetched that we might be able to close it out with an Elder Deep Fiend. We can simply just cast it for 8 mana, flash, tap up to 4 target permanents. So, the only thing is they're going to have the insect token, so we've got to watch out for that. And in fact, if they want to send a few insect tokens in, we might trade on that. I don't know how much I want to kill their own Hornet Queen because it looks like we might, we did see the Life Finale and we did see Victimize, so this might be like a black-green Reanimator style deck. So we'll kind of just want to make sure I'm recording. We're about, I don't know how many minutes into the game, probably about 20 minutes into the game, 20, 25 minutes, and I was just like, did I hit the record button? I was like, I'm about to be really sad if I didn't hit the record button. But yeah, so we can flash in Elder Deep Fiend to kind of block them. So, but yeah, I don't know if we actually want to put the Hornet Queen into the graveyard. I think we're better served with it being on the battlefield. But either way, we're also, as far as clock goes, we're ahead on the clock. They're at 13. I mean, we're at 13, they're at 11. So that's going to matter on something like this, especially a long, grindy game like this. But we do have the Cage Sun down, and with Cage Sun, I'm pretty sure Cage Sun is, I think it's a global effect. So if we do go for 8 times 2, that's going to be 16, and then Hornet Queen, we get into a spot to where we could get the Cage Sun down, name green, kind of hold them back, flash in an Elder Deep Fiend, tap a bunch of their creatures, and then kind of go from there. Commune with the Gods, reveal the top 4 cards, and may put a, ooh, man. Okay, good. We're going to miss out on the Woodfall Primus. So let's see what they're going to put in their hands. Oh, and he puts, ooh, excuse me, they have Woodfall Primus. Bummer, man. So enter the battlefield, destroy target non-creature permanent. Okay, that's not going to be that bad. We can make something work on that. The main thing is we just need to figure out these insect tokens and figure out if we can get into spots where we can go Cage Sun, naming green, and kind of keep those creatures down. Now, if they do swing in with the insect token, swinging in at Jace, that'll be pretty good, but more than likely we probably might see a, oh, it does have reach on that Nyx Weaver. Okay. But yeah, that Panharmonicon, man, that's some nice little value. So something that we do have in the hand that'll really kind of step this game up would be Cyclonic Rift. So if we can find a way into Cyclonic Rift, that would be really good. We're almost about at the halfway point through our deck, so at some point we're bound to hit one of our counter spells, not counter spells, one of our blue tutors to go for that, and then we can kind of rock and roll from there. All right, opponent is in a holding position. Cage Sun, creatures you control, choose a color. Creatures you control, the chosen get +1/+1, and then whenever they land. Okay, so we don't want to just straight up trade with those insect tokens. Let's go ahead and get the let's get Rogue's Passage down. Actually, I think I like that. Get down Rogue's Passage. Get the Sphinx down. Sphinx is going to cost 8 again, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have enough to go for the Rogue's Passage. Yeah, we actually have enough to go for Rogue's Passage, swinging in with the Sphinx of the final word. So if they do just full out swing out, that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 8 insect tokens. We can trade on that. We also have an Elder Deep Fiend. We can just straight up just hard cast. Let's go and brainstorm on this one. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. Temple of the False God and Kefnet's Monument. Let's go ahead and put the island back. Let's put the island back. If we get the monument down and we cast a creature spell, we'll be able to kind of tap a few more creatures. That puts us in a spot where we can go Cage Sun the following turn. Yeah, let's get the monument down. It's going to reduce the blue cost on our spells. We can tap down the Nyx Weaver, and then next turn, Elder Deep Fiend, tap a few more insect tokens down, and go Cage Sun if we need to. Let's go Unesh. Let's generate some extra value off this one. Do you want to use our untap step right now? We go Nyx Weaver. Yeah, let's get down Unesh. I like that a lot, actually. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's actually leave up that one. Reliquary Tower, and then 1, 2, 3. Then tap for one. We'll just go attack the Rose Passage. We're not going to use it. We don't have enough mana for it. Tap target creature. Doesn't untap. Let's go and tap down the Hornet Queen. Alright, so it's going to tap down. We'll get that tap down. We're going to be able to get down the Temple of the False God next turn, so we're really kind of going to turn our mana online. And then we go Cage Sun for green. And if we just get into spots to where we can, once we cast Elder Deep Fiend, we'll get that cast trigger on there. We're going to get our double Sphinx Rev. And I think we'll have enough mana to go, gnarly. Pretty much at this point, either pile we're going to go Swan Song, counter target instant enchantment or sorcery. That will give them another little 2/2 bird, so we got to watch out if we're going to go for that. But we'll go and choose pile 2 to put in our hand. And we have another Factor Fiction trigger coming across. Then we're going to slowly work our way towards a nice little, a nice Cyclonic Grip if we can draw into it. So, we're digging deep. We're digging deeper into our library. Lightning Greaves. We got the Thirst for Knowledge, Burnished Heart. I think on this one, we don't have 2 blue cards in the hand, but I want our opponent to think they're scared of Lightning Greaves. Let's go and choose pile 2. Let's put Lightning Greaves down. That's some nice value in the other one. Let's go and put it on the Unesh. Kind of force them to use some sort of spot removal. And then anything else we need to go for. Okay. And then we don't want to swing in. Now, we're going to go and hold off right now. We have Rogue's Passage. We have a lot of blockers on the battlefield. We have the Elder Deep Fiend whenever we cast it. Tap up to 4 target permanents. And then we get into spots where with the Monument, we should be able to, I think, stack those triggers to where we can tap down some of their creatures and get into spots where we can really swing in. They're 20 life. They're going to be taking 1 more off the Phyrexian Arena. We get down Cage Sun, naming green, and that's going to be 16 coming across. That'll be a 3/3 body. And then, okay, they did exile Guruk, Apex Predator. Okay. Alright, so they're going to be able to destroy a creature off this one. But if they're going to tap out for Guruk, Apex Predator, if that's what they got going, I think we're going to be good. Okay, so we're going to get the land in the graveyard. Go down to 19. But yes, as far as mana goes, we're going to have Temple of the False God down. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 10, 12, 13. Then 15 with Temple of the False God. So we can go Cage Sun and still get down the Elder Deep Fiend. That's going to be 14 mana. Alright, so we got Gurk, Apex Predator coming down. I was like, why is Unesh highlighted? Destroy target. Oh my, okay, I thought they were targeting Unesh. I was like, man, I'm ultra confused on this one. Like, what is going on? Okay, so we'll see if they want to swing in. Maybe they get a little bit aggressive. We'll be able to take a hit on this one. If they do swing in, we're gonna have to do some blocks, but we'll see what they want to go for. That would put them in a spot where they're gonna have to get rid of, they'll have to trade a few more creatures on the insect tokens. But if we go Cage Sun, sorry, I'm just trying. It's gotten to the point, hey, if I miss something somewhere down the line, this is what Magic's about. Oh, Birds of Paradise. Who would have thought Birds of Paradise would have been something we're not really wanting to see? Yeah, we just need to hit Cyclonic Rift. That's what we're really going for. Or another Sphinx to kind of just bounce everything back, and then we'll be in a really good spot to kind of rock and roll from there. Alright, now the Gurk Apex Predator out there. Destroy another target Planeswalker, destroy target creature. They gain life equal to its toughness. So, it'd be good if we can do something this turn. The thing is, we're just going to have to fight through 6 total flyers. But we'll kind of add up, see what we got going on, though. See what we're drawing to. Curator of Mysteries, okay. Let's go and get down the Temple of the False God. So, right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 mana. Let me do a recheck on that one because I want to make sure we're right on whatever line we do. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we have 15 mana. So we can go Cage Sun and Elder Deep Fiend. We name green. That makes them 16 16s. The Elder Deep Fiend tap for 4 permanents and then 1 off the Kevnet's Monument. That'll be actually 5 flyers. So there'll be 1 more flyer left. So we have 16s coming across. It's going to be 3. I think we should be able to close it out. So let's go and go Elder Deep Fiend, and we can actually put the Elder Deep Fiend, we can put the Lightning Greaves on there if we want to, but everything else has flyers. So, alright, let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and go for Cage Sun. We're going to name green on this one. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pay 1 more. We're going to choose green. I was getting ready to type green. I forgot you got to click on the symbol. Okay. Then let's go ahead and hardcast Elder Deep Fiend. And then tap for 1 more. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and... yeah, we can tap a few more creatures. Let's go ahead and tap the Monument. Nothing's tapped right now, so we'll go and tap down the Hornet Queen. Let's go and tap down the... let's go Hornet Queen. Let's go Insect Tokens. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, tap 4 permanents. That's going to leave 2 flyers in the air. That's going to be 1, 2. So we're basically going to be ended up with 6 times 2. That's going to be 12, 15, 18. Yeah, I think that should be enough right there. Unless they have some sort of spot removal, but I think that's going to be lethal in the air. Okay. And then, oh, we still have the... I was like, where is Elder Deep Fiend on this one? Where are you, buddy? And then we can still kind of chump block on the back end on any sort of big creature with the Elder Deep Fiend. Alright, let's go and swing in on this one. Everybody's going to come in hot. We got the whole crew coming in. Everybody's swinging in at Taxidermy. So, they have 2 flyers in the air. That stop 2 of our insect tokens, so it's going to be 6 times 2, that's 12. And they're drawing for some sort of answer right now. Still coming in hot. Okay, so right now, and then if they do draw into some sort of spot removal, yeah, that would kind of complicate it because they can take care of the Sphinx of the... oh, Doomblade, okay. Take care of that. Let's see. Hey, we had to go for it, though, at some point. You know, Gurkhek Predator, they're going to be able to gain that life coming across. So it's still going to be... it's going to chump block on the Sphinx. That's going to be... actually, okay, chump block right there. That's going to be... oh, okay, bummer, man. Yeah, they did draw into a counterspell on that one. We'll see if we can't survive it. We do still have... oh, dang it. Oh, crap. I forgot we had Swan Song in the hand. Oh, we could have stopped that. But they ended up with a 2/2 bird on that one. Ugh. Oh, man. Okay. So, we had Swan Song in the hand. I got wrapped up getting down the Cage Sun. I think that's where we might have messed up. But at least right now, the Hornet Queen's tapped down. We can still swing in next turn. They're at 2. I forgot we had the Swan Song, man. But that would have given them an extra blocker. They still could have chump blocked on the big ones coming across. We'll still see. You know, if they just completely swing out, we do have Elder Deep Fiend. That's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. You know, either way, we kind of had to do a swing right there. -3, you gain life equals to toughness. They're really going to rally from that. They do have, they're online for Deathrite Shaman, exiling something to make us lose a couple life. Yeah, bummer, man. We should have gone for that Swan Song. They give him an extra token, though. But, yeah, man, it's just one of the, I think I might have messed up right there. Hey, if I did, I'm sorry. Man, as you get to the point where you're just going for a really long game like this, kind of just, it's easy to lose track of stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. We've had some fun so far. See what they're going to go for. They're sitting at 2 life. They have the Phyrexian Arena if they pass it back over. They do have the Gurkhek Apex Predator for the -3 ability, which is going to be something that they can kind of gain some life off that, especially if they go for the Elder Deep Fiend. You're going to gain life equal to its toughness. So it's going to be 6 coming across with the Elder Deep Fiend. And then we'll kind of see what they're going for. Now, we can give one of our creatures... make it unblockable with the Rogue's Passage. That's something that we can go for. Yeah, we should have maybe sequenced that just a little bit differently last turn. Okay, Woodfall Primus is coming down. See what they're going to target on this one. Targeting the Cage Sun. Okay. And then they still have the Apex Predator to destroy the Elder Deep Fiend to kind of gain some life. And I think that may be lethal on that one. But we'll see. See how they're going to swing in. We got the Gitrog monster, the Criosphinx Tusker, we got the ape coming across. And then still 6. So we trade on the Tusker. So that's going to be 6, 7, 10 coming across. They're not swinging in with that. Yeah, we'll go and chump block on the Tusker. That'll trade right there, or we'll just simply just get rid of the Gitrog monster. Yeah, let's go on the Tusker. So if we go for the Tusker, for the Gitrog monster, we're not going to kill it though. Let's go and go for the Tusker. We'll take care of that. And then, I guess if... Oh no, they still have Deathrite Shaman up for activation. Yeah. So they're going to be able to get in exactly for 10. Good game, man. Good game. Or I could attack for... Yeah, opponent could attack for lethal with the insect tokens, or they could simply go for Deathrite and get that rocking and rolling. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. I may have missed something on this one, but... what? Okay, let's see what they're casting now. There may be a damnation they're going for. Okay, Rigor Mortis. What are they going for? Get the worm down, gain 7 life? Okay. Like simply could have just gone for the Deathrite Shaman activation. They're gonna gain 7 life, go down to 9. We'll see. Well, we got a little bit of an out. Take care of one of the beast tokens. I mean one of our insect tokens. So as far as flyers in there, they've just got 3. Let's go and get the island down. That's going to be 7, so we got 4 coming across, 8. Puts them down to 10. Phyrexian Arena for 1. Let's go and go Curator of Mysteries. It's going to be just 2 blue on this one. And then we'll go and tap down the Gitrog monster at this point. Our opponent should have gone for the Shaman activation, actually, on that one. And we'll just keep kind of chaining some stuff together. See if we can't draw into a way to kind of bounce some stuff back to their hand and swing in for lethal. Why not? I'll take a win on that one. If I goofed up and our opponent goofed up, we'll have to trade on that one. Alright, so we have the Sphinx of... we'll just go and grab this one right now. Choose pile 1. Get another Factor Fiction coming across. Got Portent, Sleight of Hand. We'll go and take... we're going to choose pile 2, put in the hand. Let's go and get into the Sphinx of whatever his name is. That's going to be 4 total mana. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go and tap down the... Oh, did I already click the horn? No, we clicked on the Gitrog monster. Okay. Get some nice little extra triggers off this one. Oh, yeah. Look at that value. Always yield. Always yield. So we're online for Cryptic Command, tap all their creatures. They do have Deathrite Shaman they can activate in response to that. So, okay, opponent scoops it up. They could have gone for lethal right there. Hey, man, if you're not going to go for lethal, I'm going to keep going for stuff. All right, and they could have gone for the Deathrite Shaman activation. But, hey, I mean, if you kick it back over to us, I'm going to try and win the game. So, all right, I may have missed on that last swing. I may have miscalculated something in the head, in my head. When you've got these long 40-minute games, I mean, it's pretty taxing, especially when I'm doing a lot of commentary. So, I may be thinking a certain way and forgetting about something. So, all right, everybody. Either way, it was a good, nice match of Magic. So, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.